Something I've been really sitting with, especially after moving through the body, survival patterns, and triggers in the previous parts of this series, is that life itself is not static. Life is movement. Life is circulation. And when I say circulation, I don't just mean physical circulation in the body. I mean everything: motion, love, resources, nourishment, energy, tension, connection. Everything in this world is meant to move. And what I've started to understand is that abundance is not something you chase, it's something you participate in. Because abundance is actually the natural state of circulation when nothing is blocking it. Before we go deeper into this transmission, I want to welcome you into my field. This is your cosmic sanctuary. I am El the Alchemist, also known as your holistic energy alchemist. Within this space, what you receive is returned to your own body's intelligence, a remembrance of your nervous system's natural capacity for safety, and a reconnection to the circulation of life, worth, love, and abundance within you. This is not information from the outside. This is a mirror back into your own internal architecture. So take a breath with me and let's move into this transmission together. So let's get into the message. Let's get into the field of circulation. So the body already knows this very deeply, that it is actually designed for receiving, not forcing, not grasping, not striving, not hustling, receiving. But most people were taught to live in a state of contraction instead of openness. So instead of receiving life, they brace against it. Instead of letting life move through them, they hold themselves in survival patterns. But nature doesn't do that. Nature overflows. A tree does not question whether it deserves sunlight. It simply receives it. A river does not question whether it deserves flow. It moves because that is its nature. And the human body is no different. It is part of that same intelligence. So abundance is not something outside of you. It is what happens when the system is open enough to allow life to move through it. And what I started noticing is that nourishment and worth are actually connected, because when the body feels safe, it opens to receive. It begins to soften. And when it softens, it begins to circulate again. And this is where it becomes even deeper, because a lot of people are not just disconnected from abundance. They are disconnected from relational safety, from being seen, from being witnessed, from being received without condition. And somewhere along the way, many of us learn that love has to be earned, that worth has to be proven, that connection and love is conditional, that we have to perform in order to be held. And this creates a very specific kind of internal contraction, because the body is always tracking, am I safe to exist as I am? And when the answer becomes uncertain for too long, the system adapts. It starts to shrink, it starts to limit expression. It starts to withhold life force. Not because it wants to, but because it's trying to preserve connection. But what I've been realizing is that true relational nourishment is actually one of the deepest form of circulation. Because when you are witness without performance, something inside of you relaxes. When you are received without condition, something inside of you opens. When you are allowed to exist without proving anything, the body begins to remember itself, and worth begins to shift from something earned into something remembered, something inherent, something that was never actually lost. And this is where everything begins to integrate. Because when circulation is restored in the body, and when safety returns to the nervous system, and when relational worth is no longer conditional, something profound begins to happen. The entire system reorganizes. You move from survival operating patterns into something more coherent, more integrated, more alive. And I think of this as moving from survival operating system into a sovereign operating system. Because in survival mode, everything contracts around protection. But in sovereignty, everything begins to move from coherence, from internal alignment, from presence. And the heart becomes something different here. Not an emotional center, but a circulatory intelligence, a convergence point where everything flows through. Thought, emotion, energy, perception, all of it begins to synchronize. And the body, it becomes like a living mandala, a living field of intelligence that is constantly reorganizing itself through connection, presence, and awareness. And from this place, life is no longer something you're trying to get. It is something you are participating in, something you are moving with, something you are in relationship with. Because circulation is not just a concept, it is the architecture of existence itself. And when nothing is blocking it, life moves exactly the way it was designed to move. And if you're still here with me, I want to acknowledge you because something in you is recognizing this. Even if it's subtle, even if it's a feeling in your body, something in you understands the importance of circulation and life. And I want to invite you into a gentle awareness. As you move through your life after this video, notice where your body already feels open. Then notice where your body feels contracted. Notice where life feels like it is moving and where it feels stopped. Because your body is always reflecting your current experience of circulation. And there may be places in your life where what you are experiencing externally is simply a mirror of where something internally has stopped moving. Not as judgment, not as something to fix, but as awareness, as remembrance, as invitation. So I'll leave you with this. Life is designed to move. Love is designed to move. Worth is designed to move. Consciousness is designed to move. The body is designed to move. And when you return to movement, you return to yourself. Thank you for being here in this field with me, for feeling this,